there's something I hate in RPGs, like in general. It's rules. So I'm actually now running a game for a friend. It's a long story. It's a one-on-one campaign, and we run it using the old D&D rules, like the red box. Because
Oh
basically,
my.
yeah, all the rules fit in one page. And it's basically, you know, there's no rules. If you want to hit something, you roll a die. Otherwise, it's just talk. And it's
Oh.
amazing. It's liberating. Seriously.
It is. I had this last week I've been ruminating about I'm gonna start a campaign that I want to run, and I'm deciding what game to run it in. And I'm deciding between an extremely rules heavy but beautiful game that I've never played yet, and a very light rules game that I've played a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm going for the one with a lot of rules. to
Chicken.
I'm gonna see how it. I just know that if when we start playing, it's gonna be a slog at the beginning. But then if we once we master the rules or we get used to them, then it'll be much smoother.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
really
but
get
it can.
into a rules heavy game and you enjoy like being tactical and understanding all the nitty gritty details, that's fine. It's for me, just memorizing the rules has become like an issue. So I much rather having someone like Morton in the game.
Oh yeah, Morton's. I love Morton players. They're the best.
Rule lawyers. I
Morton
I
players.
wouldn't say I'm a rules lawyer. I don't argue that hey, this rule doesn't work like this like that much. I remind you of rules, and
Yeah,
I
exactly.
when I run a game, I also forget rules, and and my players also sometimes remind me, hey, you forgot to deal poison damage to me. Why? Thank you, or and that's those sort of things. And hey, you forgot that rule, even though it's like in their own best interest to forget all those rules. So yeah,
Yeah, I
but
agree.
also running like a rules light game can sometimes be hard and a slog in the beginning also, because you have to get used to it and the players have to like get a feel for how the game run before it starts running well.
Right, right. I agree.
That's
Um,
for all games. If it isn't a group you've played with before a lot and they all know the system already and know how it's supposed to run, then you can just start off strong. Otherwise, start off like slow so you all can get into how the campaign is supposed to work.
yeah, there is a Hebrew movie. They give great advice: start as fast as you can and increase from there. So that's the way to do it. Okay, so let's let's start with our start as
Start
fast as
fast.
start fast. Yeah. So in our last session, you have explored this strange pocket dimension in which you have been trapped for some time now. You have found some interesting residents there. More specifically, one Ferdinand Lupon, the mastermind, uh, the engineer who created this devious machine who can uh, you can basically take brains taken from people and connect them to your own mind to create this megamind character. And I think and actually Andrest took one of those brains and at first used it to increase his own intelligence, but then you actually used one of the cloning vets in Miserim's workshop to actually recreate the body around that mind. And this guy, an old elf, told you that in order to get out of this facility, you basically either have to destroy Hexavog, its guardian, or deal with an entity called the Prince of Lies, who is trapped in this place. Some say willingly, some say not. So you had a big debate about uh, how to do it. Do you want to deal with the Prince of Lies, or continue with Mizorim's plan, which was to unlock the spirit dragon that is trapped within your bodies, fragmented, and kind of combine you all into a single powerful entity that can actually fight Hexavog. So that discussion took the majority of our last session, and in the end, you basically decided, screw this, we are going to meld into one, and go with that plan instead of dealing with the Prince of Lies. Is it a good summary of the discussion, or am I omitting some important details?
Yeah,
I think that was
sounds
it.
right.
Yeah, that was it. Well, except for we killed Miss Sandra, or whatever it was she was called at the start of last
Mr. Ream. Yeah.
Miss Serene, yeah.
Yes. So you
Squashed him flat.
exactly. So if I remember correctly, you headed back to the chamber in which you have seen the scene of Waterdeep, in order to perform the ritual that can actually release the spirit dragon and actually transform you into something else. Galen used the polymorph power he got from Ogramol, this shapeless creature that you have previously released from his own prison here in this pocket dimension, and to the sound of bone crunching and flesh melting, you basically all passed out, waking up, looking at yourself as your single self, and you didn't recognize your own body. Your body was broken, torn, but you are much taller now, and instead of hands, you have those flying tentacles. And as you are reeling from this painful experience, there was this man who stepped into the room. He is wearing a white, the white vest of a doctor, and he looked up to you and say, "Oh, Hexavog, shall we continue our treatment?" And at this point, your tentacles start to weave and deform and transform into claws, and with a painful spasm, a wing explodes from your body, and then another one, and the claws turn skeletal. You look around you, and your nose or your face starts to morph and change, and instead of whatever it was before, it is now turning into this T-Rex-like face. You are basically looking as your bone are crushed and reformed into the maw of a dragon. And when this happens, this doctor looks at you surprised, realizing this isn't Hexavog. And he is about to say something when you feel another presence in the room. You turn your head, still dizzy, only to see the real Hexavog, the one that you have been fighting last time, steps into the room. So there is this triangle, you in the middle, the doctor to the right, Hexavog to the left. And at this point, the doctor says, "The board must be informed of this," and he retreats slowly. What do you want to do?
There was one minor detail we also forgot in the recap. The elf wizard that I can't remember the name of, and the architect who created this prison, was with us when we started to transform, and are now bloody pulp beneath us.
Yes, correct. During the transformation, you kind of stepped on them.
Which I believe I pointed out would be a danger and said to leave them somewhere else, but someone didn't want to leave them alone.
Do we recognize the guy in the lab coat?
You have never seen him before, but I will allow you to roll a perception check, albeit with a disadvantage because you are seeing him through, 6 pairs of eyes.
Okay.
I'm,
8.
I can't hear you, Brian.
Right. Forgot. I have to manually unmute now. How big are we as a dragon?
So, well, since I have D&D Beyond,
Like gargantuan?
I will tell you in a minute. I actually prepared it in paper, but oops, that was a mistake.
in paper. What is this?
Papyrus?
Yeah, because D&D Beyond was down for me in a couple of minutes ago. So you are now huge.
Huge. Okay. So I want to stop him from leaving. I don't know how I do that.
So I will tell you in a minute.
Am I a wing? Am I a tail? Am I an arm? What am I?
Okay.
Without crushing him.
So I will tell you how it works. First, what was your perception check?
It was an 8.
An 8. Okay. So you don't think that you have ever seen this guy before, but what you immediately recognize, because you have 8 eyes, is his ring. So it's very, very black. And from here, you can identify that tentacled logo of, Tentacle Inc. So, how it's going to work?
Limited.
I'm all for grabbing him.
So, how it's going to work? It's actually very simple. So we will first roll initiative. Now, this creature that you have transformed into is basically a Dracolich. Okay, its hit points total is the sum of all your hit points, and we'll figure it out.
Sorry, guys.
In a minute,
The weakest link.
We'll
Yep.
of the dragon because of the total hit point is like that sort of thing.
we'll figure it out in a minute. Now, on your turn, according to the initiative order, you have to roll a madness saving throw in order to stay sane. If you manage to make the roll, you are basically able to operate your body, your combined body, in a way that simulates your character. So you can cast spells, you can move, you can summon things, you can do whatever you want to do. If you fail, you cannot do that. I mean, you cannot activate your own character. On initiative round or turn 20, you all get to decide what to do with this Dracolich. Okay? And things will be interesting because if you have more failures than successes, the dragon will be basically out of control. Okay, so you won't control it, and we'll see. I mean, we'll roll some numbers and we'll see what it will do. So basically, if you manage to do your saves, you can activate the dragon, or you can activate in addition to your own character's powers, spells, attacks, etc.
And it's a charisma save, right?
So it's a wisdom or charisma. I will allow you.
Oh,
to...
thank
God! I thought it was gonna be intellect. We'll be dead.
Yeah. So
We don't get our spells back, right? Or do we?
I think you only had a. I'm not sure if you
sure.
had a short
I
rest.
think it was only a short rest we did. I think.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Now, I'm not sure if you are in Roll20.
Yeah.
If you are, I just switched up a map that simulates the area in which you are now. So I'll put some tokens just to show you where this creature is and where you are. Oh. Okay, so this huge. So you are huge, and this creature, Hexavog, is I think also huge. Let me check. Yes, so you're basically the same size. So Hexavog just emerged from this alley. The good old doctor is simply standing here. He's not that big, like he's here. And you are select some monstrosity. Oh gosh, I deleted all the tokens. Okay, so I will use this one. It's close enough. Oh, you know what? I have something better. Borgar, you don't mind, right?
You know, we obviously can't use any equipment that we had as
So
on our
while
bodies,
you
right?
are merged, when it's your turn and you manage to do the saving throw, it's as if you have your character on the board. Okay, so it is projected, it is chaos burn, but you can basically, like, Doctor Strange, kind of project yourself outside of the body, do something, and then you are eaten back.
Okay.
Now
Awesome.
let's quickly run through the. I mean, I just need to know the HP of each and every one of you. So we'll simply. Oh, so if you take a hit as the dragon, one of you is choosing to deduct it. Okay, so it's kind of a joint decision. You get to choose who takes the hit. If it's the neck, the eye, the leg, the.
If my
After
health
we
goes to
know what
0,
damage it is?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
if my health goes to 0, do our arm just goes limp?
Yes, exactly. So, like
Okay.
figuratively, but the actual mechanic of it is that you cannot activate your body, your character. So it's a big hit. So
Gotcha.
okay. So just yeah, give me your hit points, and I'll simply sum it in Google Sheet or something. I'm writing.
You can
Quarian
do it,
is
you can do it in
73.
roll 20 also.
Yeah, do it in Roll20. That's fine.
Yeah. 73. And you can do the math in roll 20. And you can do a hit point bar and the token on everything if you want.
No, that's fine. I can sum it
Fancy
in.
things.
Okay, so we have 84 plus 73 plus 73 plus 29. Oh my god.
You're welcome.
That's 58.
How did you manage that?
Well,
Oh.
normally it's 36, but I got hit with something that I can't
Oh.
remember what it was that reduced my max to 29.
All
But still,
right.
36 ain't great either.
Okay, so you have
Yeah.
317 hit points.
Not bad.
Not bad. Yeah, amazing. Thank you. Which is not bad at all.
Oh wait. We don't need to add Peleus.
So Peleus, since he's not here, he's simply. We are assuming that he simply fails the. He constantly fails the saving throws. So he went mad because.
Peleus is the anus.
He's just
That's what
puckered
it
up,
gets.
ready to fight. Can't do anything else.
Puckered
Yeah,
out.
exactly.
Jesus. It's a constant stream of diarrhea.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
That's what he gets for not being here. That's what he gets.
We all get disadvantage on every single roll.
Only the ones behind us.
Yes.
So a constant cloud kill effect, maybe?
Yeah, there we go.
Roll,
And
roll
Greece.
your initiative.
22 for Galen.
We got a
Okay.
21 for Quarian.
16 for
Great.
Andrews.
Galen 22, 16 for Anderist. Forgar?
I got a 19.
Whoa.
I know it's gonna be my best roll this whole game.
Rukvi?
Holding the rear, 15.
And I'm missing Quarian.
21.
Liars.
No, come on.
Okay. So that's a 63 for the for Hexabog.
Sounds fair.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
legit.
So yeah, let's stop that. So this is a tie between Galen and Quarian. So yeah, choose and we'll stick to that.
I was 22, not 21.
I know, 22, and Quarian was 22
I'm
also.
21.
Oh, okay.
No, he was.
Problem solved. Galen, what do you want to do? You have a couple of options. So please do note that you can fly and you can like walk if you want. You have a lot of attacks that. Wait, no. So yeah, I'm messing it up a little bit. On 20, because you're above it, you can all decide what to do with the dragon, and then I'll tell you what it can do. But for now, you need to roll a madness saving throw, which is charisma or wisdom.
Yes. 15.
15 is barely enough to succeed in maintaining focus. So you are able to not only regain control of your own body, but on your own mind, which is amazing. You project yourself and you can act. What do you want to do?
Something cool, probably. Why am I going first in this mess? Now, while I'm part of the dragon, like, what's our defense like?
What? Sorry?
What's how's our defense? Our armor class?
Your armor class is a natural 19, natural armor of 19.
While I'm in the dragon, could I dodge and affect the entire dragon, even though it's just my part dodging?
No. So this is it. So when you are the dragon, you are the dragon. You take it like, yeah, it's. But when you are projected and you act on your own, it's just you.
Okay. Yes. I'll just jump out and attack Hexavok if I can get over there.
So have a look, because I think like each square is 5 feet, I think. Yeah, 5 feet. So
it's like 55-ish feet over there. Well, I have a movement of 50 speed. 50.
I'll allow it in this case.
Well then, I'll run over and unleash a lot of unarmed attack against him.
Okay, he smiles as you come in.
Yes, I know his armor class is way too high. So a 15 and a 14, I assume, miss.
Correct.
Then I'll feel like something's wrong here. I'm rolling way too low. So I'll try that 2 more times. Unleashing flurry of blows. Oh, that's a 25 and not miss. So 25, I hope hits.
25 hits, yes.
Yes. For 9 points of damage. And then even though it's probably going to fail, I'm going to use another key point to try to stun him. It's a con save, DC 14. Yes, 14.
Yeah, he easily passes it.
Yes. And if he failed, he probably had legendary resistance and everything, so well, that's my turn then.
Okay, amazing. So Hexavog looks down at you and his arm twitch his tentacled arm twitch, and a couple of his tentacles form into a massive, massive mace that he now holds. And he's leering at you. Next is Quarian.
Okay. I'm going to phase out of the Dracolich.
With
Take out my wand of binding, and I'm going to cast hold person on the doctor.
Okay, you need to do that with by first succeeding
Oh, right. Sorry. First of all, I need to. Sorry.
charisma
right?
or wisdom check. Saving throw.
He gets they get a +3 to this if they're in my aura.
All right. So that's a 16 plus 3. It's a 19.
19 is enough.
Charisma is my good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you
so-
project yourself outside, and you approach the doctor, and you want
You
to
don't need
cast.
to approach him. It's 60 feet away from him is
Okay.
good enough.
Yes.
So I use my staff of binding to cast a whole person on him. It's DC 17.
Okay. So you cast the spell. I need to know if what is the level of the spell?
I actually don't know. It's a wand of binding. It doesn't say what is the
Hold
level of
person?
it.
I think
Hold
hold person is
person.
second, isn't it?
If it's a whole person, I think it's
Yeah, it's a second level enchantment. Yeah.
Or is it hold creature?
No, it's a whole person.
Okay. So you
It has a
cast
wisdom
the
saving
spell
throw.
through the wand. It strikes an invisible barrier around the doctor, who now looks up to you, and you can see his eyes glowing. This man is no simple. Like he studied probably more than the 7 years in the university or something like that. So a magical barrier blocks your spell, and he looks up to you and says, "This isn't going to end well for you."
We shall see.
Roger that.
Okay, next is the dragon. Wait, I didn't do this. Okay. Okay. Yes, so the dragon, you all have 2 successes so far. So, guys, please, whoever didn't make his save, please do now, so I'll have the full count. So, Galen did and Quarian did. Borgar?
Oh, I hadn't rolled it yet.
Yep.
That would be. Is it like a legit saving throw? I can add
It's a
that.
saving throw. It's a saving throw. It's a
Sick.
wisdom or charisma.
Sick. 25.
25 is amazing. Ukvi?
29 for Rugby.
Yeah, go Paladin.
Liars, all of you. And the rest?
This is the charisma saving throw.
Yes.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
15.
Then is just
+3.
enough. So you are able to control the dragon. Now, the dragon can do a couple of very nice things. Basically, you can all choose to multi-attack. It basically means 3 attack. 1 with its bite, 2 with its claws. And remember that you can spread those around, you can move, and etc. You can also breathe lightning. And you can basically that's it.
But we could fly closer.
Yeah, you can fly 80 feet, you can borrow 30 feet, and you can do those cool attacks that I have mentioned before.
I would actually suggest flying away from Hexabog and not to Hexabog. If we can fly away and fire and shoot lightning at him, why approach him? He's obviously going to strike us with a maul.
Are we in a limited space?
This is basically the chamber that is recreating Waterdeep. So the border of the map is basically a cage. So this is what you have. You
okay.
have buildings around you. You can see their heights. So you can take
Mhm.
cover. You can move. You can do whatever you want. And
Yeah.
if you want lightning, lightning is a 90-foot line. So
We could go squash that doctor.
Could we, or would he destroy us?
I don't know, man.
If
Anyway,
the doctor
I let.
the doctor is trying to piece out why have two enemies when we can just focus
Well,
on one.
he's going to tell the board. I just have this bad feeling, because I feel like, based on a very very brief introduction to this doctor, that he came in here trying to treat Hexavog. So Hexavog is their patient. I'm using air quotes. And so that, to me, I don't know. I just get this feeling that they're controlling him. The board is in charge here. Hexavog is a tool, and if the board knows about us, then we're in danger. So I just want to stop him ultimately.
Yes. We could stop him by, if you look at Roll20 map, I don't know if you all have up,
Yep.
fly over here, and then do a lightning breath like this. It's a 90-foot
Right.
line.
Oh,
Right.
right.
I could also summon my elemental and my dog and sick them on the doctor and see if that's enough to stop him.
Yes. And I also think that going towards Hexavog or the Doctor, whoever we choose to focus on, is a good thing since basically three of us are melee persons who need to jump
Mhm.
out and attack. I
Mhm.
assume that's what the two paladins are going to do at least. But speaking for myself,
I was
We could do
thinking
that
of
for a-
range is
for a
good,
dragon that's
otherwise I'm
flying.
useless.
Can't we
Mhm.
do it like for a dragon that is flying 90 feet above Hexavog? Just down, attack, and
Do
And
up.
speed back?
rain down fire.
Well, maybe, but it would be if we fly over there, we can hit both the Hexavog and the Doctor with the lightning, unless the buildings somehow interfere with the lightning breath,
Hmm.
or
By the
would
way,
the lightning breath go through the building like Hexavog
burrow,
and the Doctor?
Hmm?
if we have the burrow, can't we like grab the doctor, burrow down, and leave him underground?
Possibly. Um, I don't know.
But
I
this is still mostly an illusion of an illusion
yeah,
of Waterdeep.
Hmm.
exactly. I think
They
it's. I
need to
think
be at
he
baseline
controls this
civilian.
space.
Yeah.
I feel like, despite what I previously said, if we don't focus 100% on Hexavog, we may someone might end up dying. Right? Like I don't think we're powerful enough to like split up.
Hmm
But
Anybody disagree with that?
We have to focus fire.
But
Then let's just kick his ass.
But if we do what I suggested, we do get a lightning bolt on the breath attack on the Doctor, and if he's just some caster dude, then our high level lightning breath might be enough, unless he has some immunities.
Hmm I don't know. I think we should not waste the lightning breath on him and instead hit Hexavog with
We
it.
would hit both of them
Oh, I see what you're saying. You want to hit them both?
if we move over in the corner.
Right.
We would be
I see
right
what
next to
you're
Hexavog, but I do
Yeah.
also think that would be a good idea, so we can go jump
Yeah.
out and focus attacks on him.
Yep. I'm okay with that.
I've got.
Although I don't know. What does the party think about attacking that doctor?
I think it's very risky because then we would have to fight both of them, and I don't know how powerful that doctor is.
I think he's just gonna leave. I don't think he'll risk staying and fighting us. But do
Mhm.
we want to anger the board?
Haven't we already anchored the board?
They
I
probably
don't
already
know.
know.
Like Quarian. What did the Doctor just say to
It's
Quarian?
the
You're
board
going
is
to
just
regret that.
it's the illithid brain. Like that's the board. I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I think we should just take a vote. Let's just make it quick. Let's take a vote. Do we attack the doctor or not? Someone wants to attack the doctor? Show of hands. 2. Who doesn't want to attack?
I would say.
Can't abstain.
Well, I have no idea. I have no problem with attacking both of them,
Okay. Well, yeah.
but
I
then
mean,
focus on Hexavog. But a breath attack on both of them, and then focus on Hexavog.
so you're voting for the attack
On Hexavog and the Doctor with a
and the
lightning bolt.
doctor.
And
Okay.
then
Then we.
afterward, focus on Hexavog. only.
Rokvi and I have been outvoted. I say we
Mhm.
follow the farmer's plan. We
Okay,
fly over beside Hexavog and lightning both of them.
good.
Okay.
So you basically want to fly like around here.
Like here, if we can squeeze
Yeah.
in.
Yeah,
Next to
probably.
him there.
I'm, yeah, something like this. And
Then lightning breath like this.
yes, I understand. Amazing. Okay, so you do exactly that. You position yourself, you fly, and it is a very strange sensation because your flying does have nothing to do with your ability to actually, spread your wings and have air flowing. It's more of a, a commanding of the body. It's some unholy energy that you are using to do that. But you're able to fly there. You land or you hover next to Hexavog, and at this point, you exhale your lightning. So I need you to roll 12d10s.
So everybody roll 2 and are you just doing roll 20? Yeah.
Just do a total. It was 12, right? D10?
12
12
d10.
d10s, yeah.
Oh, I rolled poorly.
Ouch.
Only 50.
Oh
Don't forget.
shit.
Ouch.
Look at all those 1s and 2s.
Yeah. Someone else roll, quick.
Can I divine smite that?
Okay, so this is for Hexavog and this is for the doctor. How much is it?
50.
50 points of damage. Amazing.
Not amazing when you consider it's 12 d10s.
Yes. So it seems like Hexavog took the all of the damage.
Was that a deck save?
Yeah.
Good to know.
And the wizard, sorry, the doctor, who is a wizard, of course, seemed to have taken all of it as well.
And how does he look?
Pride. So so you maneuver, you exhale the energy. Hexavog tries to block it with his mace, which now it took all of the energy. It kind of grew red hot. You can smell burning flesh. He removes it and looks at you angry. The doctor is flung back from the force of the lightning, and when he gets up, you can see that some of his white apron is now kind of charred. So he gets up and cleans the mess and looks at you coldly.
Oh shit.
We gotta go all in on this guy now.
Yeah, we don't have a choice.
Okay, so that was the dragon.
He was supposed to die from that. He's a weak
Mm-hmm,
wizard.
Yeah, so with a 19, it's Forgar's turn. And since you have succeeded with your save, you can basically use your character.
Just do whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I should hit something with my axe. So yeah, I guess
Don't forget to
I'll,
smite. Don't forget your spells. Don't forget you have 2 attacks. Don't forget you get bonus on saving throws.
Yes, Dad.
You want to play?
No, I just
I can pass
I don't
this
want
along
that.
if you'd like. Huh? Right?
I just
You know
don't want
this,
what
huh?
happened
Can
last
you
time to
read?
happen again.
I was broken up at that point. I'm pretty sure that my laptop died during that fight scene, and I came back and you're like, "We're mad," and I'm like, oh, "Okay." Just like to hit things with my axe. Okay, yeah.
So what is it?
Well, think I'll. Fuck, I don't know, man. He feels so big now that I see how much damage we dealt with the dragon. I'm going to go after the wizard, and I'm gonna cast What was it? It was. I'm gonna cast Moonbeam on the
Okay.
wizard.
I was
So
thinking the
it.
same thing.
Yeah, man, right? It's a saving throw, I believe.
So it's a spell, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah, it's a spell.
I'm assuming it's lower than 5th level.
Yeah.
Okay. So it breaks on that same magical barrier that this
Oh.
wizard has. Let me just see that I'm not totally abusing this. I don't think so.
Good to know.
It's duration 1 minute. So yeah.
But
1
is
minute.
Is it concentration?
I don't see it's casting 1 action component. I don't think it's concentration.
It would say on the duration. I can't remember. I know what
Oh,
spell
it's
it is, but I
it
can't
has
remember.
a C next to it. So yes, it's
Oh, then
probably
it's concentration.
concentration. Yes.
Nice.
Right.
Come on,
So-
fail the save.
Yeah.
That's a big save.
Yeah, I agree. Wait. Stop moving. So
See,
we
I
have
I
was
to
can need a
do.
drum roll.
How
It's a
does it?
con save. It's a con save, and the DC is half the damage he took, or 10. That whichever is higher.
Yeah, no, so he's
Oh,
not going
25.
to. Yeah, he's not. So he's not. It's a con
So I
save.
believe it's a DC 25.
Yeah. No way he can make it. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not. Okay. So, and if he fails, the spell drop, right?
Yeah,
Correct.
Okay.
and he could make it on the 20, or if he have
That's
like
true.
a legendary resistance, where he can just say, "I succeeded."
Yeah, that's I understand. I don't think that you can autosave on a 20. I think it's only for
Yeah,
attacks, etc.
a 20 always succeed and saves.
Oh,
Just
okay.
like and on attack or saves, a 20 always succeed.
No, it's a 4. Okay, so let's let's resolve that moonbeam. So what does it
Okay. A giant beam of light appears on top of him with a 5-foot radius. Until the spell ends. When a creature enters the spell area for the first time in a turn, or starts their turn there, they have to make a Constitution saving.
do? Oh, Constitution. We love Constitutions. That's a 3.
I'm gonna guess that's full damage. And then it's 2d10 radiant. 11.
11 points of damage. So he isn't happy about you guys having your way with him.
Also, if it's a shape changer and it fails, then it also goes into its original form.
Oh, no, he stays human.
And have disadvantage on saves, I think.
What?
If it's a shape changer, it has
Yeah,
disadvantage.
if
Oh.
it's a shape changer, yeah.
If it gets booted back.
Anything else you want to do?
I'll be back in a minute, guys.
Run and hide.
Go back into the dragon?
Okay, so you do exactly
No,
that.
we don't want you. You rolled
Yeah,
poorly.
stay out there.
Stay out.
Okay, so first, the doctor, he is really
Oh, no.
annoyed with all of you.
The moonbeam stays there on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Is
he,
it his turn?
yes.
Yes.
Then he has to make another Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
Yeah, it's actually only you don't. I don't think it happens on your turn. It actually happened on his turn.
Yeah,
Or
it is his turn.
Yeah.
When spells area the first time on a turn or starts a turn there. So does that not mean that the
Yep.
first time it goes on there it does damage, and then when he starts his turn he gets another chance at a con?
I think
Mhm.
it's only if he walks into it or starts his turn there, not when you cast it. I think.
When a creature enters the spells area for the first time on a turn or
Oh.
starts its turn there, it is engulfed in ghostly flames that cause searing pain and must make a Constitution saving throw.
First time on that turn.
Mhm. So he's
That's
starting
fine.
his turn there, is he not?
yeah.
Right?
Okay, yeah. So Constitution saving coming up. That's actually a 17 on the die.
Uh,
But his con. Oh, he's okay. Yeah. So it's +1. So 18.
Yeah,
damage.
okay. So that's half damage. Do you want me to roll it again, or are we gonna use the same one that it was last?
Roll it again.
Roll it again, dude.
You can just roll a 1d10 then and say that's the damage total.
Too late. Rolled both.
Oh.
What's half of 11? Does it round down?
5.
Okay.
It's not the same one.
Yep.
Yeah. That's not half damage.
I'm
Probability.
sorry.
Okay.
Now we can continue his turn.
So on his turn, interesting. You see him. So he raises his hands, and then he disappears.
He disappears.
Yes.
Son of a.
So as you
Yeah, that could have been way worse.
So as you look for him around, Mr. Hexaval goes bananas on you. So
Rage mechanic.
so this guy is basically making 4 attacks.
Holy
So he-
Hexavog?
yes, he jumps on one of the buildings and rises up to kind of basically try and ride you. So what first goes in is he tries to bite you as a dragon. Your armor class is a 19, but he rolls a 24 to hit. And I will roll for it. You need to decide who is taking it, right? So
Yeah,
this
you said after you rolled the damage.
yeah, that's this is 18 plus 8, so 26 piercing damage.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Okay. Now as the dragon, you need to make a Constitution saving throw. So your bonus for this is a whopping +6.
Oh, I have a +6.
You want to do it in... There we go.
So how much is
15.
it? Not
15.
15.
So you are now poisoned.
If it hits
Ow.
my part, I'm immune to poison.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you took the damage.
Yeah, you took the damage. Oh, okay. You know what? I'll allow it. I think it's fine. Yes. It makes sense. That's fine. Let's not rob you of your cool abilities. So you are not poisoned. So that was the bite. Now what happens is one of its tentacles tries to wrap around your neck and squeeze. That's a natural 20.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Okay.
this
I don't
is-
want to take that hit.
I'll take that.
So let me tell you what it is.
And I didn't know Rugru was into that. Oh yes, that'll be harder.
He's discovering new features of
true.
himself.
That's a 20 to let's call it bludgeoning damage.
22?
Yes. I rolled pool.
Right.
Yeah, that wasn't so bad as I thought it would be.
And the next thing is the mace that goes right on your skull, or tries to. Yeah, so that's almost a 30 on the
Yikes.
attack roll. So this is 14 bludgeoning damage plus 21 fire damage. I didn't roll. I simply took the average from the page.
Anyone resistant to fire?
Shout. I'll take that.
30.
How much?
Can I-
31 damage?
So it
39?
You guys
was-
are full?
Oh,
What? Sorry.
How much damage was
Did-
it in total?
So 21 from fire, and I think it was
15 or 14?
Yeah,
14?
14.
something like that.
14 bludgeoning.
I have a question
Yes.
35.
before you subtract that damage.
Mhm.
I don't even know if it can be done now, but could I use my protection fighting style
What does
to
it?
use my reaction to oppose disadvantage? It
Um,
does it when people are like within 5 feet of me, and I don't know
Oh.
if my left arm is it within 5 feet of the right arm or something like that.
A little shield pops out of the dragon. Pew! Blocks a fucking mace the size of a tree.
if it's a reaction, so I'll say yes, because otherwise you simply can't use it. So yes.
Mhm. Yeah,
It's a
it's
disadvantage.
I believe it's a if you use your reaction to oppose disadvantage, so he would
But
have to roll again on the attack.
Okay, so he has one more attack. So do you want to apply it now or on the next attack?
Yeah, just apply to the
Yeah.
next one.
Let's play to the next one. Yeah.
Okay. So the next one is a fireball. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. So he's trying to hit you again with
Special beam cannon right to the forehead. Yeah.
Yes. So this time he tries to, like from his butt, there's this massive tentacle extruding, and he tries to slap you with it.
Butt
this-
tentacle?
Yeah, butt tentacle. This is actually past 30 on the attack. And
Oh.
hit
With
point-
disadvantage?
Oh no, sorry. Of course not.
Only if it doesn't attack me, you guys. So it can't be me.
Yeah. So it can't be you. We got that.
So with a disadvantage, it's 29.
Damn.
It's not even worth it.
don't think it-
But
think
I'm
it
rolling-
matters.
Oh man, I'm rolling so low. This is only an 18 bludgeoning damage. That's sad.
You want to take it?
I'll take
Unless you
it.
guys
I'll
healed
take
last
it.
episode, I only have 16 hit points.
What?
I don't
We did.
know.
We did.
You
We took a
guys
short
didn't
rest.
We took a short
We took a
rest.
short rest, so burn a bunch of your hit dice and heal up.
Okay, because I didn't. And that wasn't in the recap.
We said it earlier, but I'll take that 11 damage.
Didn't he say 18?
18.
18. I have 11. That's what I.
At this point, so Morten, this is the first time I'm using this, so let me know if I'm doing something wrong. What happens is a very strange thing. This is 2. If one of them actually,
We can hear you.
yeah, I know.
It's the talking to yourself while you're reading something aloud.
Okay. Okay, so what happens is as Hexavog is kind of going in and out, hitting you, you are, as I said, you have like this surround vision. You can suddenly see the doctor rematerializes. I'll show you where. On this building, but instead of his own flesh, he appears to be made of stone. And there is 4 of him, like 4 stone wizards, and as he materializes, a fireball, not a fireball, sorry, a lightning bolt rushes to hit you.
Counter spell.
You didn't skip my turn, did you?
No,
He
I
stone
didn't.
skinned himself and mirror
Okay.
image.
So
No.
yeah, so this yeah, so he basically cast time stop. So it allowed him to do 3 rounds, 2 spells that he cast upon himself, so that didn't stop the spell, and then the last one was an attack.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah, am I totally
unless you
abusing
do-
it?
and I don't think so, but unless you house roll it, you can only have 1 concentration spell going. And I can't
Mhm.
remember if mirror image
Yeah.
or
Wait, mirror
stone skin
image.
are concentration.
Stone skin, I don't. Let me just see.
I can't remember how they work.
That's a good. D&D Beyond is kind of dead again.
Oh, why is my computer so slow?
Just
So stone skin is concentration. Mirror image. I
I
can't
don't think
see.
It's
mirror
not.
images.
It's
It
not.
might
I
not
used
be.
it a lot,
not.
and it wasn't concentration. And I'm looking at the description
Yeah.
of it right now.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
So
Filtery uses it too.
yeah,
Okay.
so I'm
Yeah,
not
so
totally
then it's
using.
totally fine.
Totally fine. Amazing. We got
He's got
approved.
buffed up mirrors too.
Yeah. So a lightning bolt. Lightning bolt. Lightning bolt. Where is it? Yes. So counter spell. What does that do?
Okay, if
It
it's
wins the
third
game.
level or lower, it's being it fails with just being countered. If he's
Fizzles
casting it,
out.
all right. So
Amazing.
no lightning bolt.
So he cast it and then what? He's looking at his arm, annoyed. So let me see that. Just make sure that I didn't miss anything. I didn't. So that was their turns. We are now at Enderist, and after that, Rukri.
Okay. I'll use my action to summon my elemental, and a bonus action to summon my hound, and have them both attack Hexavog.
Attack! Okay.
Oh, we're not going for the doctor guy?
I stick with my original comment. I think we need to focus on Hexavog. This guy cast a lightning bolt at us, but Hexavog has 4 attacks and each one hits.
Yeah, it's pretty much unless he rolls a 1, he hits.
Yeah, exactly.
But what if
So-
the doctor's squishier?
I really think we should go
I think we
higher
should
with
focus.
the dragon, so Hexabot can't reach us.
We can move the dragon
I
on
don't
the
know
dragon's
that
turn,
that's
right?
possible. We're in a room. Can we
Okay.
go high enough that Hexavog can't reach us?
You can go up, but you have noticed that Hexavog creates limbs. You have a
Yeah.
strong feeling he can create wings to fly.
And
Okay.
last time we fought him for like half a round, his tentacle could pretty much reach all of us.
Yeah.
So
I'm supposed to roll initiative for the hound, but the earth elemental goes on my turn.
Okay.
Do you want me, or do you want the hound to just go with me?
Exactly. Let's do it this way. I think it
Okay.
will be easier.
So next round. That's my round. Actually, can I reach out telepathically to the wizard on the roof?
You can definitely try.
So I'd like to, and shit. What do I want to say to him?
What's up, Doc?
Yeah, what's up, bro? I'm gonna need to think on that. I'll do
Okay.
it next round.
Fine, no problem. Rukvi, you're on.
Okay, Rugby's going to. What do you think? Bless or Aura Vitality? What do you guys think? Health or hitting things more? What do you want?
Sorry, what's the question?
I'm gonna cast Bless.
Bless also help with saves.
Okay.
Hitting things.
All right, I'm just gonna cast Bless at 2nd level, so that's 4 people. So everybody else besides Rugby, because Rugby is like that. Everybody else gets a D4 to their attack rolls and
And
saving
save.
throws.
You might as well cast that on yourself and not me. It'll have more effect on you than me.
All right, then
I don't
everybody except
attack.
the rest.
Yeah.
And as a bonus action, I don't think I'm gonna do anything. No, I'm just gonna attack with my my mace at Hexavog.
Yeah, well,
Go for it.
Bless
Can you
is
cast
an
Bless and
action.
attack?
Oh shit, you're right. I guess I just cast.
It might be worth it to just attack and not use Bless. Also because Bless is concentration and you might need to take some hits at some point.
All right, let's just start with just 2 regular attacks then. Wow, natural 1 on the first one,
Okay.
and then an 18.
An 18 against Hexavog doesn't cut it.
Damn, this guy.
Yeah.
So
But remember you casted Bless on yourself, which you can totally do.
no, I
Yeah, I
Bless
know.
is an action. So
I know.
never mind. That's my turn then.
Yeah.
For now.
Okay, so we are back to Galen. Second turn.
Well, Great.
Second round,
How-
sorry.
Yes. How hurt is the wizard looking as I roll my save?
He is not amazing, so bloodied will be the term used in 4th
Yes.
edition.
Yeah, so under half hit points. But even with a +3 from the paladin's aura, that's a 14.
A 14,
So,
so... wait a
Save.
minute.
You said 15 was barely enough.
And... yeah.
So I am assuming that's a fail.
Yes, and plus he has the mirror image going on, which I can't
This is
seem
his
to-
madness save.
It's my madness save.
Oh, sorry. I thought you just did an attack.
Yeah.
So
Wait, you have a +3 from Rugby, right?
Yes.
Not from the
but-
blast, but from the aura.
No,
Okay.
this is with the +3.
okay, so that's
Oh.
the first fail. Okay, got it. Sorry.
Okay.
14.
I'm sorry that I said that you shouldn't cast bless and just attack. We totally do this. I'm one away from that save.
Regular melee attacks are not going to do anything, I think, for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so your hand kind of twitches as Galen loses it, which brings us quickly to Quarian.
Okay. Okay, I got a 22 +3, so 25.
25 is amazing. You can act normally.
Okay, I'm gonna cast a fireball, 4th level fireball, so that's I think like 98. Yeah, 98. I'm gonna cast it in a way that it will catch all 4 wizards and Hexavog if possible. They seem to be close enough.
Cool. So how I can't seem to be able to look at the description of your image. Oh, now I can. Each time could you
on
target
area effect, it doesn't
it
matter.
doesn't. Amazing. Great.
At least that's how I remember it. And you can
Yes,
hit
yes.
both of them easily with a fireball. It's
Yep.
20-foot radius
Amazing.
in a circle. So let's place it here.
All right. So that's 12, 14, 19 plus 24, 20. That's 30 plus 3 more. That's 39 points of damage.
So,
Then
Dexterity
not to be
save?
that guy,
Yeah.
would this be considered an attack that hits it? It's very specific in mirror image. The duplicate is destroyed if it's hit with an attack. A duplicate can be destroyed only by an attack that hits it, ignores all other damage and effects.
That makes sense to me.
I'm pretty sure that
You have to,
it's
and you have to choose. You choose to displace the damage onto a duplicate.
again, so I need to choose one of them.
It has to
Not
be a
you.
single
Sorry,
target
the
hit.
caster casts the card. Yeah. So he would choose to have
Right.
that damage go to one of his duplicates, and it would be destroyed. That's my interpretation of the rules.
Even if it's a fireball that catches all of them.
Yeah, I know. Says if you have 3 duplicates, you must roll a 6 or higher to change the attack's target to a duplicate. And then it
No, but
goes on to say the duplicate's armor
it's-
class. If an
it's
attack hits the duplicate,
It's an
ahead.
area attack. It's an area attack, and if it
Mhm.
catches all of them, it catches all of them. I don't think it actually
all
helps
right.
here.
Yeah, you're the DM.
Mm.
I'm happy with that. That works better for us, though.
Yes. Okay. Continue. So I need to make a dex saves, right, for both of them.
Yeah, Dex save DC 16.
So wizard flunks, hexavog crits it. Now here's the interesting stuff. So the wizard has stone skin, so he takes half damage.
Hmm.
I think it's only.
It's
on,
only from yeah,
piercing,
right.
slashing, or bludgeoning.
Yes, correct. Okay, because I was worried about concentration. What's the damage?
39.
39 actually means that he is disintegrated.
Yes. Awesome.
All that is left is the ring. Ping, 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 ping.
Got it.
Nice. Good job.
Very good job.
That
Did
only
Hexavog
took.
also take the full brunt, or is he? Did he
No,
pass?
he managed to take. He saved, and let me
Okay.
just check. He is immune to fire.
Oh, okay.
So
It only took us a lightning breath, a 3rd level spell, and a 2nd level spell.
Mm. Yeah, but he
Um,
casted a 9th level spell, so sounds fair to me.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now
Oh,
we
you know what?
don't
I'm
use
gonna
fire
cast it.
on Hexavog.
Yes, we learned something valuable there.
Yes, he laughs.
Um,
I was born by fire.
I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to Enderist.
No, thanks.
Good.
Use it
Please,
wisely.
all of you, roll your madness saves because it's the dragon's turn. So let's make sure that you can
And
actually.
don't do like Galen.
The square.
27.
Oh,
Don't worry, dude. I got
we're
you.
good. We're good. I got this. I get this. I get you.
So
I know how
27
math
for
works.
27 for Enderist.
Yeah.
What about the rest?
20
Uh,
for Forgar.
20 for Forgar.
Natural 1 for Rugby.
Oh,
Natural 1 is 2
You got this
failures?
for
Like,
sure.
How am I counting it? So, I don't know. No, it's a save. It's you can't crit it, right? Or you can.
I guess I can fail crit. If I added the +3, it would be a 11.
Yeah, but a 1 always fails, so.
Yeah. So 2 failures. 2 failures is not.
But only 2 failures and 3 successes, so we're
Yeah.
still fine.
Yeah, you're still good.
Yes.
Okay, so now the dragon. What do you want the dragon to do?
The most damage possible.
So you can try to recharge your lightning breath on a roll of 5 or 6 in a d6.
That doesn't
happens.
take an action, right?
That just happens each round.
5.
So we have lightning breath back, okay.
awesome.
Or we can do what? Claw bite?
Or you can multi-attack, 3 attacks, bite, claw, and like bite, claw, which has a lot of chance to hit, but damage-wise, it really depends. Will probably be less than the lightning.
Unless he's
well,
saving.
Unless he's
like-
saving,
yeah.
unless he's saving.
But is it dexterity? He doesn't seem like a very dexterous man.
Yeah, exactly. He
Beast.
failed the dex save before and he critted the last one, so I
Yeah,
say
that was-
lightning bolt.
Do it.
We got
That's
it,
what I
let's
do.
use it.
Yeah,
I
should
also
we?
said lightning bolt, and then I say we try to fly away from him. I mean, I'm guessing that
He'll get
Clone
an
Winds will also
opportunity
take a part of
attack.
his movement.
He'll take an opportunity attack and he'll hit us with that fucking mace.
Okay.
Or he'll bite us and poison us.
Yeah, I should probably take all the bite attack until I have.
I
no lightning
agree.
bolt left.
Agreed.
I have a question before we continue. That's important, I think, to keep in mind. If I take the dodge action, and then I also get hit, because everybody decides that I'm getting hit from an attack, does it get disadvantage, the attack?
I asked about that, and he said no earlier.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
never mind.
Because I can do a dodge action as a bonus action with a key one, which would have been good. Even though with a disadvantage, he would still hit like
Everything.
90% of the time.
Yeah. So who's gonna roll the lightning breath?
Yeah, so I'll
I
do the
rolled
save.
poorly last time, but
Okay. Want me to roll with actual dice, or you want to take a roll?
We were
it
doing it
is
in
a
roll.
lot
Oh,
of
there we
actual
go.
dice.
I just
Oh,
rolled.
64.
64, better.
64 is way better. Last time, he actually made the save this time. So he
So,
basically kind
32.
of tries to dodge, and you incinerate the building as you as the lightning kind of bounces off of walls, stone walls, etc., broken windows, and the cobblestone melts. But that's still a lot of damage.
Is he looking bloody yet?
Oh
Please?
no! Oh no!
Oh no.
Good.
Oh, great.
This is a health pack.
We
Alright.
only done like well, not that much. We only done like 90 points of damage to him.
Yes, exactly. So next in line,
91
God.
actually, but
the dragon did it. Galen did it. Quarian, you're up next.
Oh, I already did.
Did it?
no, he went before on 21.
I did the fireball.
But hey, no, go again, go again.
I don't remember this. That never happened.
I
Oh,
don't
right.
mind.
Yeah, my notes got mixed up. So Forgar, you're up.
Forgar.
Oh, Forgar.
Yeah.
You can use your action to move that moonbeam and put him
That's
on top
what
of
I
him.
was.
I think you can use
Yeah.
your bonus action to move the moonbeam.
No, it says an action.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move that
Yeah, it's
moonbeam
worth
right
it.
on top of him.
So guys, if you
Maybe
have like
attack him is better.
healing spells, that could be very useful right now.
No, that moonbeam
the
stays on
thing.
him, right? It'll stay
Yeah.
there every round, and you don't have to do anything because he's not moving.
But isn't moonbeam a concentration? Well,
It is.
It is. I would have to
You
give
will
up the
inevitably-
moonbeam to cast
Nope.
healing.
No, you wouldn't. You can concentrate on
you-
a spell and cast another spell. No, you can't cast 2 concentration spells.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah, but he's right. Inevitably, you're going to get attacked, and you're going to have to make a concentration save just to maintain that, which will likely just be like a 1d10 damage every round to this guy because he'll make his saves.
Okay. Then I don't know. Is anybody hurting particularly bad?
Everybody.
I know
Yeah,
we've all
am.
taken damage.
I mean, next turn, since melee attacks don't do much, I'm just gonna put on Aura of Vitality and just start healing everybody.
Fine, I'm moving the moonbeam.
Okay. So what happens? Saving throw?
Yeah.
is it a shape changer? Is he
Yeah,
considered
is he a
shape changer?
shape changer?
Is what? Sorry?
Is the Hexavox considered a shape changer?
A shape changer? No.
Too bad.
Okay, so he failed the save. What happens?
2d10
Oh.
happens.
Nice.
Radiant damage.
Yeah.
11.
Radiant 11 radiant damage. Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. So some smoke comes up of his shoulders or hand or whatever you're.
Hand. Whatever
God.
the tentacle equivalent of his
Yeah.
dominant hand is.
Exactly.
Or the butt tentacle or whatever part it was.
Okay. That was Forgar. Next
Rawr.
is actually Enderist.
Okay. So
Remember, you have
first
Bardic
things first.
Inspiration.
What?
Earth Elemental is going to attack twice. I have Bardic Inspiration. So multi-attack from the Earth Elemental. A 26 and a 20.
Yes, both hit.
Oh, excellent. I did not expect that to happen. Let me get dice. So 5, 10, plus 14, that's 24. 32 damage from the Earth Elemental bludgeoning.
Amazing.
Nice.
And the Hound of Ill Omen is going to attack. Oh, 21.
Right
Excellent.
on.
Yeah. Awesome. 10 damage, piercing damage.
Yes.
And Hexavog needs to succeed on a DC 13 saving throw. Actually, he had advantage on that attack. Oh, I rolled a 20
Amazing.
for my advantage roll. So double damage dice,
Go for it.
another 6 damage.
Okay.
And yeah, DC 13 strength save. Come on, fail. Roll a 1.
I rolled for it. I rolled a natural 1.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Go, you're shitting me.
No.
Okay, he's knocked prone.
Go Enderist.
That's amazing.
That's all the Hound, man. That's all the Hound. He must have slipped on his own blood.
Put your cane on him.
Actually,
Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. I'm gonna
Good.
pop out and I'm gonna put my cane on his chest and leave it there.
Okay.
Like, yeah, parallel to the ground.
Amazing.
Push it down as deep as I can. That's my action. I'm not going to cast a spell, but I will use a bonus action to convert a 3rd level spell into sorcery points.
Amazing. So, as you merge back, Hexavog on his back with the cane and his knees points it to you. That's the dragon.
Oh,
And
shit.
says, "Hold." And I need one of you to make a saving throw, a wisdom saving throw.
Who's got the highest points?
I'm
What,
proficient in wisdom and I have 2 inspiration. Kicking around,
for
I'll
it.
use it.
I have
Okay, well, I'm going to use your inspiration are d8s now.
I'm
Is
sorry?
that correct? Or what are your inspiration dice? D8s or d10s?
It's a D10, I think.
Oh, okay.
He says that disappointedly. Like, oh,
19.
drat, you said the bigger number.
How
19 in total.
much?
19 in total, and I
So
used an
that's
inspiration.
a fail. Yes.
Oh,
19 is a,
Jesus.
19 is a
Did-
fail.
Did you remember the +3 from?
Oh,
Mm.
22. Yeah, 22.
A success.
You
Thank
almost won the game
Oh
you.
my
there.
god, that could have been
Almost.
dangerous.
Ooh,
Yes.
I need a
So,
button that says "Remember +3" on my
Yeah.
yeah,
desk. or
flashes
something.
on the screen.
Brian,
You should just get a
what
piece of paper and
happens?
you can hold it up.
What happens if he gets up? Like how much damage does he take?
Oh, yeah. Nothing. He doesn't take any damage if he gets up, but he has to make a strength check just to get
Oh,
up.
okay, so that
But it's a
will do.
huge strength check. It's a DC 30 strength check.
He didn't make it. Amazing.
Yes, he's stuck on the ground.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Stop! I said. Okay, so that
Who said
was
this frail sorcerer couldn't do anything?
So that was his turn, and Rookvi, you are next.
And you have advantage on attack rolls against him.
Yeah,
Yes.
but sadly we failed.
Sorry?
We failed the madness.
Oh,
save.
right. You failed your madness
that's
save.
Right. Thank you, Morton. So yeah, diarrhea, etc. So let's jump
Divine
back.
diarrhea.
Jump back.
And,
So
and let's just all do the
Yes.
save now. New round.
yes, please do.
I succeeded. And
I
we know it's a,
succeeded
we know it's a DC 15.
Yes, success.
Nice, Ruby.
Success.
Success.
I'm
Success
going
for
to
me.
use my other inspiration. Success.
Success. Amazing. Galen, go for it.
Yes, I am going to go jump out and unleash Fury with advantage on Hexavok.
Come on.
Yes.
That's a 22.
Yes.
That's a 25.
Yes.
Well, that's a 28.
Yes.
That's a 28.
Yes.
So total damage is 32 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
32.
32.
That's amazing.
Oh my
Just
god.
Wait a second, so I will quickly do the math here.
The onslaught of a farmer.
Yes. You know, I'm used to bagging weed that's on the ground, like just standing there and
Okay, so
Yeah,
far
punching it.
you have roughly caused it 180 points of damage.
180?
Yes,
Holy shit.
including that last attack.
Wow.
and
Yes.
it's still not bloodied or what?
It's still not blooded.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Okay,
Yeah,
wait.
that's
So that was Galen. Anything else you want to do?
No,
Quarian.
I'm just going to say, oh god, we're doomed.
Take
Uh,
advantage of the fact that he's
Hexavok
prone.
shrieks as his kind of withers on the ground. The whole cage is shaking from his cries of rage. Quarian, what do you want to do?
If he's prone, does he get disadvantage on certain saving dex saves, right?
I'll look. I was just about to look that up.
Yeah, prone. Here it is. You have disadvantage on attack rolls, and no. But he's not just prone. Like he's
You tell me.
held down. He
Is he
right? Because he's being held down. He's not incapacitated.
No, but he's maybe restrained.
Restrained? I don't know.
Yeah. If he's
Speed becomes
restrained,
0. You
Yeah,
have
then you have
disadvantage on attack rolls.
disadvantage.
Attack rolls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Buddha, is he still
attack rolls
holding
have advantage. Yeah.
his mouse?
What? What?
His mouse, is it still in his hand?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't do
So
heat
there's
metal.
an
He's
oh,
immune to fire.
He's
question
immune to fire.
for you guys with more experience. That I have a telekinesis spell. Do you think I can
Mhm.
try to take it away from him?
It
What's-
seems to be
I
part
thought
of
it
his body.
was. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I
Sorry?
thought it was a tentacle that he morphed into a
Mhm.
mace and is
Yep.
beating
Got it.
us with.
Okay, so that won't help us.
Lightning bolt. If you got it.
I don't have lightning bolt.
Animate object, if you still have that.
Yeah, I have animate
that
object. I think that's
that
what I'm gonna say.
does, and that's all the attack rolls would be with advantage since he's.
Yeah, okay, let's go with that. I'll cast animate object. I'll animate. I think that's 10 daggers. I haven't done that in a while. I'm sorry. Objects. Give me a minute, please.
Or a bunch of debris, I suppose, on the ground because of all
You
the
say,
broken
"Ah,
glass.
You animate a
All
house.
the broken glass.
Yeah.
You animate one of the houses, right?
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
like I think I can take up to 10 objects. If I'm
Okay.
not mistaken.
It depends
So
on the
10
size, I
houses?
think.
Yeah, I'll
If
use the
it's
tiny
tiny.
ones. All of them like small darts or shards or whatever I find on the ground.
Yes.
Rubble on the ground, yes.
And each of them is attacking with +8 to hit, causing so. And
You
I have advantage on each
disadvantage.
one, right?
Yes.
Wow.
Sorry?
Okay.
Yeah, you have advantage
So
on
let's
each
just-
of those.
Okay. So.
On each one. That's a lot of dice, dude.
Okay, so one of them is an 26.
Hits.
So one hit. That's 19.
Hit.
Okay, hit. Miss, I'm guessing. It's 15 misses.
Yes.
Okay, 20.
Hits.
Okay,
You need a 19 to hit.
okay, hit. 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 I think that's the last one. Hit. Ooh, that's a natural 20. So that's 8 hits, including the natural one.
Yes.
So that's 8d4.
9d4 because of the d20 to the crit.
Right, 94, sorry.
I don't own that many dice.
5,
Do it in roll
I
20.
do.
It will be easier.
9. Don't confuse me.
No way he wants
Why
to
do I
try and
own all
look
these
up that
dice if I'm going to use
pyramid.
roll 20?
20. It's 22 plus 36. So that's
58?
58 points of damage.
58 points of damage. Oh my god.
Just like a massive magical shotgun to the face
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
of debris.
It's
So
like he
his
busted off a whole wall.
his whole body is now pierced with those sharp object, and instead of blood, fire is oozing down, and now he's bloodied. So that's
Awesome.
that's
So
amazing.
now I'm going to
Good,
give
so-
Barter inspiration to Borgar.
Okay.
So we only need
All
Did you hear that,
like
Borgar?
200 points more of damage, and then we win.
Okay, so that was Quarian, which was amazing. Forgar.
Mhm.
Wait, something is.
Yay! So
Hmm,
I don't know. I feel like there was something about healing that didn't happen because of magic.
And
Mm.
didn't
Yeah, but
we-
we've got advantage right now. Take it.
yeah.
Just
And
beat the
didn't we
shit out
forget
of
the
him?
Get
dragon?
down there
Yes,
and
yes.
hammer on him with your smite.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry to
okay.
interrupt, but isn't it the
Yo.
dragon's turn first?
Who?
Sorry?
Right,
Isn't
the
it
dragon's turn
dragon
first.
turn?
Yeah, I went after the dragon.
The dragon is
That's
So-
what I'm
20.
thinking.
Oh, right. We missed the dragon.
Yeah.
Okay. Claw, bite.
Yes. Claw,
Yeah.
claw, bite.
You didn't recharge?
Let's try to recharge.
Oh, yeah, we
Okay.
were
but
recharging.
even
Now
if we
let's recharge.
even if we charge, I
No,
think we should
we
attack.
didn't recharge.
Okay.
I
claw
agree.
bite.
Claw, bite.
Yes.
So
Who's gonna roll it
each of those is a plus 13 to hit.
with advantage?
With
Oh my God.
advantage.
Who's rolling?
Somebody in roll 20. I suck at roll 20, so
20d plus 13.
Oops, that was
no, that's not right.
Who's that?
How many hits? 3, right?
3.
23.
Yeah, but remember, it's with advantage.
It's with advantage, so how
Okay.
are we doing? I don't understand.
The first two is a 23 to attack. And
Right.
21 to
The
attack,
second
and
two
then
is
roll
the
2 more.
31.
And
Okay,
then it's a
23.
Yeah, so they all hit.
Amazing. So the bite is 2d10 plus 7 piercing damage plus 1d10 lightning damage.
Okay, so 16 piercing, 9 lightning.
So
Wow.
that's 25. Amazing. The claw is 2d6 plus 7 slashing damage.
So 2d4. No. Could have just rolled 46 plus 14, but
The
Math's
claw is
hard.
10 damage.
10
Slashing.
damage.
second claw.
There's another claw.
Another claw.
Roll it
Other
again.
claw.
Another claw, 15.
Okay.
So 25 again.
Amazing. So
Nice.
So 50 points
200
of
and
damage.
288 points of damage so far. Amazing.
Wow.
This is great. So
Out
that
of
was
400 or something like that.
so that was the dragon.
Now
Right.
it's my turn.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay.
Go hit it.
Go hit it. I'm gonna cast Blinding Smite as a bonus action, and then I'm gonna grab my axe like I like to do. And I'm just gonna try and hit him.
Do it with both hands. Do both hand, two-handed. You can do it.
Two-handed.
So
And with
D10
it-
I need
point of
two
damage.
hands.
And with your tongue out.
Alright. Out, yeah. Okay, so cause I suck at rolling. That's it's a 19. Do I need? Wait, what was your inspiration? I feel like I need that.
19 hits.
19 is enough.
19 hits. Okay.
And you have
Okay.
advantage. So
So
just roll to
I
make
know
sure.
Yeah.
that was with advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
That is a crappy roll. Where'd those 8s go? Okay, so because it's all sorts of crazy shit, I got 2 piercing, 6 frost, and 14 radiant.
Okay. Total of 20.
And then my
How can
Yep.
it be two
Damage
piercing?
bonus.
Yeah.
Like strength?
second's a crit. Nat
Oh.
20.
Amazing.
Yeah. Fuck. Except it sucks. So bad. Okay, it's you have to double it. So doubled is 14 piercing and 2 frost.
Okay.
It was almost cool.
Almost. No, it was cool. So you jump out, you project yourself outside with your mighty axe and hack at the creature who is now flailing and wailing on the floor, almost driven mad by his inability to actually act. And he is so frustrated that he simply points at all of you after Ender's turn. I forgot you come first.
Yes.
Go for it.
Okay, hold a second. Once action turn, you can expend one. If I use a bonus action to convert a spell slot into sorcery points, can I then, in the same round, use those sorcery points to cast another spell?
Beats
Pretty
me.
sure you can.
Sorry?
I'm pretty sure you can.
Perfect. Okay, so first things first, elemental. 2 attacks with advantage. That one hits. That one definitely hits. So that is 10, 17, 18, 20 damage, 20 bludgeoning.
Amazing.
And my dog attacks and hits as well. And I think he only does 2d6, right? 2d6 plus 3, so another 13 piercing damage from the dog.
Okay.
And then I'm going to convert a second level spell slot into sorcery points, which fills me up. And then I'm going to use those to cast a fourth level spell. 6 of them, anyways. And I'm going to cast Vitriolic Sphere on him,
What does that do?
which is it's a dexterity saving throw. It's a 1 foot diameter ball of emerald acid streaks toward, explodes in a 20-foot radius sphere. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw or take a bunch of d4 damage.
I'm assuming
With
he has
disadvantage.
disadvantage, right? So that's
Yep. Even if
a-
he wasn't prone, he would because my dog is there.
So his lowest was 12.
Was it what? Sorry.
Oh, sorry, not a 12. Oh my god, I'm totally.
I'll take 12.
No, I made a mistake. I only used his dexterity ability modifier instead of the saving throw, which is like 10 times more than that. But never mind. So his lowest score is an 18.
Well, he made it. So he takes half damage. 8,
Half
10,
damage.
12, 15, 18, 24. So he takes 12.
12.
That's a shitty
So
use of a fourth level
he-
spell.
You had enough
He-
D4?
His
What?
flesh is almost melting from its bones. He is blackened, bruised, scarred, and he basically doesn't look at all good. But in order to save his dying dignity, he will point at you and will do his well, if it works for him, this is amazing. If it isn't, it might all fizzle out. So he shouts at you again, hold!
It's
so
a wisdom saving throw.
that's a wisdom saving throw, yes.
I've got a +6. Anyone beat that?
I only have a +2, so
I have a +1.
Sounds
Go
like
for it.
you.
Oh shit! No
But you
pressure.
got a +3.
you have a +9.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ugh. 18.
It's backwards.
Hey, nice, you
Including
got
the
a-
+3?
I saw it.
Yep.
Okay. So you are paralyzed for 1 minute, but you have another wisdom saving throw at the end of each of your turns. So
And my elemental, my dog keep attacking.
yeah, I assume so.
Yep.
So that was his
Oh, wait.
what?
Ooh, wait.
The wand
Ooh.
of binding helps us in this case, I think. Wand
Sorry?
of binding. And we have a wand of binding. While holding the wand, you can use an action to expend one of its charges to statistics. While holding the wand, you can use your reaction to expend one charge and gain advantage on a saving throw you make to avoid being paralyzed or restrained.
Wow, this is
Yeah,
amazing.
but that is only on you.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Can
Right,
he
never mind.
use it? Can he use the charge to make a single saving throw?
You can use or spend one charge and gain advantage on any check you make to assist
I know,
with grapple.
but instead of me rolling with advantage, can he spend a
No.
slot and he gets a single non-advantage saving throw? Because we're all one body.
That would be up to
No,
either.
that would be you need to use your
But
reaction.
if I'm willing to do that if Quarian makes the save and not you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
Quarian uses his wand, not knowing that I'm making my save as well, and he gets a save.
You sure about that?
No. So yeah,
Well, it's better than
Quarian,
nothing.
Yeah, it's definitely better than nothing.
Okay.
So
yeah, normal wisdom save. Point.
normal, yeah.
Roll high, roll high, roll high.
No.
Damn it.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so
It was a good try.
You are paralyzed. So that was his turn. Your turn is basically mute, so you can have the elemental and dog attack.
Yes, I can.
And on his turn,
With advantage.
yeah, he'll use his
Yeah.
turn to actually try and break the hold.
Okay, hit.
Yeah, but don't we get a save at the end of our turn, which is like the end of the dragon's
Yeah.
turn on
Yeah.
20?
So plus 8, 18, 20, another 27 points of piercing bludgeoning damage from
20?
my creatures.
Okay.
27.
27. So he's really, really in really bad shape. So if you make the save, you're good. And if you don't,
We're in trouble.
we'll see.
So who's making the save?
I think
Me?
you're the only one who's.
You still have their best save,
Yeah.
Okay.
the best modifier.
Alright. Plus 9. 22.
22 is amazing.
Woohoo!
So you break the hold of the spell, and he basically knows that he's done. So do you want to say something? Or as Matt Mercer does it, how do you want to do this?
Whoa, that's a little bit of spite there. Well, who's next?
Vorgar is after the dragon, I believe.
After the dragon is Rukvi.
Oh,
Vorgar.
I thought it was
After the
Vorgar. After
Yeah.
20. Oh,
Where are we in the initiative?
We would have
Well-
been back to the dragon, I guess. wouldn't we?
the
I
20 is
assume we would be
the,
at 20.
20 is the dragon.
Yeah.
After the dragon, we have Forgar at 19.
That's you, buddy.
So I get to finish the drag, or get to.
Or roll really shitty and fall on your
I
face.
could do that too.
I know.
Do I still have
I-
advantage?
I do believe
Yes.
what Ido is saying is we win.
Oh,
How would you like
wait.
to do it?
If
Ido,
it's
he gets a
just
chance to
an
break free as
aesthetic
well,
thing-
right?
Yeah, he.
Yeah, but with a DC
he-
30, he will.
No, he decided to cast a spell.
Oh, right.
Breaking free is an
Instead.
action.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, you've got advantage.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna
You don't-
try and.
You don't
I'm-
have to roll, you simply can describe what happens.
I like that even better. I want to like jump out of the dragon, like axe in hand, and like overhead chop. I want to get multiple tentacles in the overhead chop. One of them being the mace hand. I don't know. End up covered in what did you? Oh, right. He bleeds flames. That's not nearly as cool. But yeah, I want to remove as many tentacles as possible. And
But you
But
have
the
a
flames can
axe
go
of frost.
around you. Come on, the flames go
That's
around
right.
you.
Yeah,
to
okay.
illuminate you.
all
So the
right, yeah, to
shadow
make
behind
you
you
make
is
you look as
huge
badass
as
as
you slay
possible.
this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have done
Cutting-
it breathing
Cutting
lightning.
through
That also would have been.
tentacles. Yeah, there you go.
So as
Ah,
you
Yeah.
cut,
make-
as you cut through tentacles, he tries to kind of no, please.
Yeah.
You cut
And
through.
after you make the hole, breathe lightning.
Yeah, there we go.
So,
It's small, but it's there.
Once you deliver the killing blow, his body erupts in flame, and from the flame there is a single crystal object that emerges from his immolated body. And you all, as you can see, all of the scenery that you are in kind of fades into the chaotic clouds that are around you. You all know that this is the Hexed Locus. This is the device. This is the focal point of all the energy that is around you. And as you kill this creature, this guardian of this artifact, the crystal shatters. And I don't know if you have seen the end of Interstellar, but basically this whole dimension kind of folds and folds and refolds with you in it, and then everything goes to white, not to black, to white. You wake up one level higher.
Woohoo!
Yes.
Yes.
So we are on the floor above. Okay, I get you. We are on the floor above.
Level 3.
Yeah. We are
Floor
the,
number 3.
in a room that is. It looks like one of the treatment rooms in Helmshold, and you are surrounded by a couple of a few corpses. It looks like their heads were like exploded, and from those heads emerged a creature that looks like a brain with 4 legs, and then it kind of twitched and died just next to the corpse. So it seems like a few of the people who were working in Helmshold were under the control of mind flayers. They are dead now that the pocket dimension you were prisoners in had collapsed. In addition to those people, you can see the dwarf that greeted you when you entered the complex, Brother Satarin. He is present with a host of acolytes, and they are trying to treat whoever is showing signs of, breathing, moving, including you. They pick you up, they give you water to drink, they look very, very worried, and you can hear Brother Satarin say, "Please," and he's not saying it to you, he's telling his acolytes, "Please search for more patients. Someone has to be alive in here." And you all wake up kind of fuzzy dizzy from your experience, but very much alive. What do you want to do?
What happened?
I'm gonna grab one of the guy who's lifting me up, and tell him to take me to my mother now.
He grabs you, and very soon you can hear more shouts of the acolytes crying, "There's another one living here," or "2 dead here," etc. Brother Satarin says, "There was an explosion of psychic energy. The hold shook. We immediately went down to see what happened, and we found you and all the rest of the patients, some of them dead, some of them alive, some of them look to be..." And he looks at one of the corpses with, exploded brain and this creature dead next to it. And he stops like in mid-sentence when he looks at this creature. And the rest, you are taken to room number 701. The acolyte looks at you with sad eyes as he motions. Obviously, he wants to give you your private moment.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'll go in.
You open the door, and what you can see is a bed surrounded by a white curtain. There is not a lot of light here. The place is lit by magical gems, like crystals in the walls that kind of emanate this sickly white light. Something is twitching and withering inside of this curtain on the bed.
No, that's got to be Mom. So I'll run over there and pull the sheet back. When I say run, I mean stumble, because I'm very hurt.
So you reveal the bed, and what you see there is, or has, very little semblance of your mother. The body is covered in scales. Instead of limbs, there are tentacles. She is your mother. She turns to you, and instead of a face, of a human face, you can see bulbous sacs that pump air in and out of her body. Blue lips, and her eyes, this is the most terrible part of her body, are totally yellow, big, and seems to be detached of their sockets. And she looks at you and says, "Is it you, my son?"
And dies, or
No.
is dying?
No, she is not dying. She is in agony. But
So
yeah.
I'll telepathically communicate with her, and tell her that I love her and I'm sorry, and I wish I could have saved her. And I'm trying to get a feeling for what she wants me to do here.
A tentacle rises up to give you something, and she says, "It was your father's."
Mm. Ooh,
And she
that's my
slips.
real father.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And she slips a ring into your finger.
Okay.
Into your hand. Sorry.
Yeah. So I will look at it, but I still I'm assuming that she wants this to end.
Yes.
So I will. I want to ask her, but if she's in too much pain, I'm not going to push. Obviously, who did this to her? Because there's two dads, right? There's my real dad, who I believe must have been some sort of fallen angel or something, and then there's the guy who raised me, who's an asshole and wants me killed.
Yes, she's talking about
who
the
did this?
second one, the asshole. She gives you a ring. She
Oh.
says, "This is his doing. He submitted me to
Perfect.
this pain. Take it. Take the
All
ring. Find him. And
Okay, then I will use my newly acquired 5th level spell slot to cast Vitriolic Sphere on her, and I'm just going to disintegrate her in her bed.
So
there's nothing left.
She turns into a puddle, and when you look at your hand, at the ring she have put it in your arm, it is a black ring with a tentacled emblem on it.
Yeah, son of a bitch. And I'm not gonna look away when she's melting again. I'm gonna let that sear in. I'm gonna hold on to that one for Dad. And then he's gonna collapse in total agony and suffering and pain and cry a lot.
Okay. Rukvi, you are taken by one of the acolytes. He's an old man with a big flowing white beard and a white coat. And he takes you, he gives you something to drink. He seats you in a small room, and he stands or sits, knee to knee with you, patting you as you try to kind of, take it all in, drink something, and shake all those images out of your hand or out of your head. And then you realize that he is looking at you too acutely, as if he's piercing into your soul. And he is asking you, have you any remorse at all?
Remorse. As of late, there's some. Why?
There is a dark path in front of you. I've been watching you for some time, watching you descend into chaos, into evil, into blackness. But I believe in you, even if you don't believe in me. And he gets up, and you have a feeling that this isn't an acolyte, this isn't human at all. This is something grander than anything you have seen before. And as he gets up, he kind of fills the whole room, and you have the feeling that you are standing in front of a divine power. And
I knew.
He tells you there is a test in front of you. I'm sure you'll find your spark. And he touches your forehead and disappears. And when he does, so does your paladin powers.
Awesome. Okay. Do I feel? What do I feel? What does Arukwi feel when he loses his paladin power?
You feel a vast emptiness, like someone has taken from you your divine right, so to speak. If you look into you, you still have some powers and some abilities left, but something has changed. It's if you have to make a choice. You are now without a god to support you. you can turn to another,
Hmm.
which is fine. Or you can try to win back that trust that was lost.
Okay.
Up to you. You don't
I
have
think
to. Yeah, you don't have to give me an answer right now. But
I think maybe the scene, the last scene of Rugby, is him just feeling his forehead and standing up, but the shot is from the back, so you don't know. And as he turns, who knows?
who knows? Exactly. Um, the rest of you, Quarian, Galen, Forgar, you pick up Peleus, who looks shocked at what's going on. And then an acolyte is dragging in one of the inmates, and he says, well, Sirac, I'm glad you survived it. Many hadn't."
Stirak?
Siraki, wasn't that the elf that was stuck in the jar?
No, that was Sharandar.
Oh.
No. Sirak is the son of Arthur Simber, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
And you can see this young man. He's very much lost. He looks at you. He doesn't recognize you at all.
I
And-
look at him and I say to him with a smile, you know, we've been looking for you for a very long time.
And he immediately takes a step back.
No, it's okay. I introduce myself and the others. I tell him that we were originally sent by Jolly. I don't know if you know him, but he knew your father, and he sent us to find you. Actually,
So as you mentioned the name of Jolly, the gnome, the old gnome from back then, he smiles, and you can see his shoulders sag as if a huge load was removed from his back, and he simply hugs you and starts to cry. So he simply clings to you, hugging you, crying.
so I hug him back and saying, "It's okay. It's okay. We have a plan. We'll take care of things now."
Borgar, as you walk with a host of acolytes, they are taking you up through a staircase up to the hold itself. So, in the shadows of the hold, which is a big cathedral, many people are holding all the inmates who survived this horror. They're holding them, they're clothing them, they're giving them something to drink. You can see Captain Zandala. She leans toward one of the posts, one of the doors of the hold, with the tiny dragon, the fairy dragon, on her shoulder, and she looks at you and she does this with her, and then the fairy dragon leaves her shoulder and flies to land on yours. And he looks
I
at
pet
you.
him.
What? Yeah.
I said I pet him.
He looks at you and says, I believe this will be the beginning of a truly remarkable friendship.
You might be right.
And Captain Zandala then disappears. She leaves the hold. Galen, you go up the stairs feeling not feeling sorry, but seeing all those people around you who seem to be basically relieved. They are going up the stairs toward the light, leaving all that darkness and blackness behind them. And just when you are about to cross that border from darkness to light, you feel a thug. Something is pulling you back. You turn around and you see your companion.
Oh,
And he says,
great.
Unfortunately, I must stay here, but you must go on.
Oh, that's so sad, I say as I step into the light, bagging up, just bagging away from here. I'm so sorry to leave you behind here,
And
as I'm starting to quickly back away.
he lifts up a finger and says, "Not so fast. You have gained some interest in the lower levels of the abyss. I have something that I was told to give it to you." And he produces a coin. And it's a
Okay.
fat metallic coin, like basically a disc this size. Its core is glowing with red light, and there are inscriptions all around it. And he tells you that this is a key. And he looks at you and says, "I really hope you won't have to use it, but it's yours."
Well, what does this key open? And I have gone back down to pick up the coin, of course.
He says it opens or unlock a lot of things in the abyss. This is what we refer to as a soul coin. It is a form of currency, you see. I hope you won't have to use it. And with that, he fades into the blackness of the descending staircase.
Okay. I put that coin away, like secure it, like somewhere, like in a pouch, like that is close to me, so it couldn't be easily like pickpocketed.
Okay. So as you all are basically herded towards the center of the hall, people try to take care of you. They try to give you food. They try to give you shelter. There are arrangements being made so you can find a place in the hold to rest, while armed guards and priests are rushing downstairs to make sure that any remains of the Hex Locust or the Illithids are gone. In the middle of all this, you can see Brother Satarian. He's an old dwarf, and he tries to kind of divert the traffic and make sure people are, have their hands full of tasks. He looks as if this is a rerun, like this has happened before, and he has failed to make sure that it doesn't happen again. So you can see tears flowing from his eyes as you are taking out of the hall to basically recover. And this is where we will end this session.
Awesome session.
So the winged dragon, is that like a familiar?
Yes, indeed.
Nice.
Thanks.
Yes, indeed. So, next level is, I believe, 11. Am I correct?
11?
11.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Oh,
So-
it's the ninth.
So, we have 2 weeks until the next session. It is a good time to kind of think if you want to change something mechanically with your characters, if you want to change something in terms of the plot, if you want to send me feedback notes, things you want to happen, things that you don't want to happen, plans for the future, for the next session, etc. Just let me know so I can be better prepared next time we meet.
Yeah.
And if you have any technical questions with regards to some of the bits and details I scattered around, email me and we'll work it out over mail or Discord or whatever. Make sense?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Mhm.
Guys,
Awesome.
I won't be in for the next session, guys.
What?
Yeah.
How dare you?
And
Why did
we
we need a
have,
counter?
yeah, and we have finished chapter 2 of the campaign.
Hey!
That was like the end of
Chapter
the season.
2!
Only 15 more to go.
Yeah, no, it
my
it
God.
changed enough, so those numbers don't matter. But yes,
Yeah.
well, we'll return to the track sooner than later, I assume.
Really? You think we'll follow the track?
No. It's a new track. It's a new track.
Oh, all
It's,
right, all
it's
right.
being invented as we go. Like you take from the
Yeah.
back, you put in front. You take from the back, put in front.
Yeah, so we
Awesome.
killed the end boss, but we have only now just rescued Sirac that was supposed to be rescued in chapter 1.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Thank you very much, and have a great 2020.
Yeah, you too.
You too.
Thanks.
To a new
Happy
decade.
New Year.
Amazing. Happy New Year.
I got
and-
some stuff to think about.
Yes. So I'm available if you need me, and if you don't, I'll see you in 2 weeks.
All right.
All right.
Bye bye.
Take care.
Yeah. It would kind of make sense if I took a Warlock level or 2, but with a charisma of 9.